Good afternoon everyone! Good afternoon po sa inyong lahat, lalong-lalo na sa inyo grade 8 learners and their teachers at lahat ng kasama natin ngayon. Tutor Marky.
Hello, isang amazing na hapon po sa ating lahat. Hello po, Tutor Z. Again, magandang hapon po sa ating lahat, sa ating mga kabida aghamazers na grade 8 learners na talaga namang tutok-tutok ngayon, Tutor Z.
Yes, isa na naman party, Tutor Marky, ang ating sisimulan. Kasi syempre, learning should be fun, di ba, Tutor Marky?
Yes, very much indeed. So talaga naman pong nag-e-enjoy ka na, natututo ka na, at pwede mo pang i-share sa kahit saan mong, sa kaibigan mo, sa teacher mo, sa kamag-anak mo. Tama po ba, Tutor C?
That is correct. Kahit naman sa face-to-face, kailangan talaga ay masaya ang pag-aaral. Kasi syempre, dadalhin yan sa labas, dapat hindi nakakalimutan na appreciate. So welcome guys. Ito po si Tutor Z from SDO Tarlac Province with Tutor Marky from SDO Bulacan. And we are E-Tulay Online Tutorial for Science 8. And Tutor Marky, yes, every Mondays at 1:40 to 2:20 p.m. po tayo. And today, of course, Tutor Marky, do the honors.
Ayan, so from this afternoon, again, welcome po sa ating lahat. At of course, hindi ito natin makakalimutan itong first part ng ating session. Siyempre, ang online shout-outan or batian ngayong hapon. So start ko na po, Tutor Z. Hello at isang magandang hapon po kay Ma'am Maria Teresa Murillo, kay Francine De Leon from Santa Lucia National High School, kay Ann Tricia Valenzuela, kay Denmark Ngayon from SDO Isabela, from Mia Jeline Bayudan, from Kubangbang, from Ramona Integrated School, kay Daisy Santos de la Cruz, Enrico Dalupan from Virgen de las Flores High School. Hello. Kay Anzi Kane Garcia Sakdalan, kay na pa ba? Kay Laika Galang Pagdanganan ng ating Cutie of the Week na last quarter.
Wow.
Kay Ian Garcia Cod, kay Patrick J. Valderrama from Santa Lucia High School, kay Samantha Galman Fajardo, 13 seconds, Jalen Rose de Guzman, kay Patrick J. Pagdaan, nabanggit ko na, kay kay Beverly Joyce Lungayan. Ayan. And
alright.
ayan.
Hello sa inyong lahat. And dun, Tutor Marky, yung mga hindi pa natin nababati at nababasa, just participate kasi binabalikan namin yan ni Tutor Marky every online. Di ba, Tutor Marky?
Yes, correct na correct, Tutor C. And of course, ngayong hapon, nakalagay nga dito, so bibigyan ko ulit kayo, grade 8 learners ha, ng 10 seconds para i-like, mag-comment kung ang school kayo, i-share hanggat maaari ang ating session for this afternoon. Are you ready, grade 8? Alright, let's start. Share po ha, share, like, and comment. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, congratulations grade 8 and thank you very much sa inyong pag-share, pag-like, at pag-comment sa ating online live session. Tutor Z?
Yes, Tutor Marky, nagulat ako nung nag-congratulate ka. Akala ko may sasabihin kang premyo.
Anyway. Kasi syempre nagawa nila ang ating task. Di ba? Ang kanilang task
pala. Task pala ikaw, Tutor Marky. Yes, very good. Alright guys, so sabi ko nga, babalikan natin yan. And participate din kasi every online Tutor Marky with Tutor Marky ay interaction to. Sayang nga lang, hindi namin naririnig yung boses niyo mismo, but we're doing our best na makakwentuhan natin sila. Di ba, Tutor Marky?
Yes, so ito, nagdadaan po sila Tutor C. And of course, ito ang ating mahusay Cutie School of the Week. Ito yung nakaraan, Tutor C. At alam niyo po ba, grade 8, di ba, Tutor Z? Naka 2.3 K views po tayo nung week 1. So for this afternoon, so ito, kaya medyo dumami ang ating mga participating school. Okay? But first, ito po ba ay Tutor C? Cutie of the Week. Okay, yes. Congratulations kay Nadine Manabat from Ingrid Ramona Integrated School, kay Stella Maris Lapus from Partida National High School, and kay Emmanuel Taroza from Santa Lucia National High School. Ayan, thank you very much.
Also, yes, and also Tutor Marky, we also have Ramon National High School para sa Mahusay School of the Week. Congratulations from Division of Isabela. Santa Lucia National High School Division of Bulacan, and Tutor Marky?
Ayan, so hindi lang dalawa, meron pa.
Yes.
Ang Partida National High School from SDO Bulacan, na meron pa akong utang dyan sa teacher. Okay, mamaya po isisend ko po. Pinagkawitan National High School, also from ano po yata to, Tutor C from SDO Lipa City. And
Lipa
of course,
City po,
yes po, at ang huli po ay ang Kanaan East National High School mula sa SDO Nueva Ecija. Ayan, Thank you very much. Ayan, at alam ko po, Tutor C, tutok na tutok yung 5 schools na yan sa ating week 2 ngayong hapon.
Yes, ang saya ko nga, Tutor Marky, Nueva Ecija, Zamboanga, my God. We appreciate po that you are showing also your appreciation. Kasi this is tulong-tulong tayo dito eh. Hindi naman yung parang kami nakikita, kami ang bida. Sama-sama po tayo dito. Alright? So, Tutor Marky, let's start.
Alright, let's go.
Okay, so Tutor Marky and everyone, ang topic po natin ngayon ay Quarter 2, Week 2, Earthquakes, Epicenter, and Magnitude. So with Tutor Z and Tutor Marky. Tutor Marky, may maalala ka bang yung for review bago natin ilipat itong ano yung mga pwede mong i-share?
So last week, Tutor Z, ang ating topic nung week 1 has something to do with the earthquakes and faults. And also, nung nakaraang topic po, is-discuss po natin yung 3 kinds ng faults na kung saan ito po yung nangyayari kapag nagkakaroon po ng earthquake. Ang una na nga po dyan, yung strike-slip fault. Okay? Pangalawa, yung normal fault na kung saan bumababa po yung kalahati. And then, yung pangatlo is yung reverse fault. Dahil reverse, siya naman imbes sa pababa, pataas naman po. So among those 3 po, dun sa reverse fault ay nagkakaroon po ng ng mountain kapag nagkaroon ng reverse fault.
Yes, very good. And Tutor Marky and everyone, ito ay katuloy ng topic ni Tutor Marky. So last week, sabi nga ni Tutor Marky, it's about the faults or yung physical na resulta, di ba, Tutor Marky? Ngayon naman, puntahan natin yung mga parts ng earthquake event mismo, kung saan nagmula, ano yung mga nilabas nila, and so on. So let's go to the next page, Tutor Marky. So ito po ang ating gagamitin bilang gabay sa alternative delivery mode discussion natin, which is modular, of course, and online, which is Science Quarter 2, Module 2, Earthquakes, Epicenter, and Magnitude. Available po to sa DepEd Commons. Kung enrolled kayo sa DepEd, you will be able to download this kung gusto nyo ng kopya for free. Alright? So Quarter 2, Week 2, Tutor Marky and everyone, before we proceed, of course, kailangan alam natin yung reason kung bakit tayo nandito, right? So Tutor Marky?
Yes, for our Quarter 2, Week 2 most essential learning competency is to differentiate the epicenter of an earthquake from its focus and intensity from magnitude. Ayan.
Yes. So basically, Tutor Marky and Grade 8, ang target natin dito ay makilala si epicenter, focus, intensity, and magnitude. Kahit hindi perfect, basta mag-gets natin yung 4 na yon, okay na, di ba? Alright, so, and of course, Tutor Marky, syempre, bigyan din natin sila ng konting reminders para naman maganda ang flow ng kanilang session sa kanilang mga bahay-bahay. Tutor Marky, do the honors.
Alright, for our reminders, mga grade 8 learners dyan, and also mga ating mga teachers and also parents na kasama ng ating mga grade 8 learners, number 1 is to take the pretest prepared at the beginning of the module. So of course, if you have your extra paper there or extra sheet of paper, or okay lang din kahit i-direct na lang dun sa comment box, much better. For number 2, take time in reading and understanding the lesson and follow the instructions carefully. For number 3, use a clean sheet of paper for your answers in each activity or assessment. And for also number 4, try to recall and connect the ideas that you had in the lower years.
Yes. Ayan. And to continue, Tutor Marky and everyone, be honest. Don't you worry, guys, kasi kahit mali ang sagot natin or hindi pa natin na-gets, it's okay kasi learning is continuous eh. Kasi kumbaga, tuloy-tuloy lang, okay? So, be honest, don't worry about making mistakes. Don't hesitate to ask, of course, kung kunwari tapos na tayo with this session at ginagawa nyo yan na binigay ni teacher, contact the teacher kapag mayroon kayong mga katanungan pa, and contact us as well. Diyan pa lang, magkasama pa naman tayo ngayon, di ba? Take the post-test prepared at the end of the module 5 lang Tutor Marky sa atin dito kasi may time limit tayo. Pero warm up naman yon, so continue with the rest of the questions sa inyong module and we can check the answers in the activities after kung hawak niyo yung answer key. But anyways, ang mahalaga, nag-aaral tayo at nasasanay ang ating brain cells. Di ba, Tutor Marky?
Yes, very well said, Tutor Z. Thank you very much. And for this afternoon, ayan. So, hello po kay J. Norby De Jesus from Santa Cruz National High School. Ayan, kay Katlea Soriano from Ingood National Integrated School. Kay Ginger Alonso from Partida National High School. Tutor Z?
Yes. Simon Reyes, good afternoon po. I'm Simon Rafael G. Reyes watching from Partida National High School. Hello Simon, and sana lagi ka na namin kasama tulad nila Emmanuel, di ba? Nila Nadine. Alright, so what I know, Tutor Marky, multiple choice muna tayo guys. Mag-warm up muna tayo kumbaga bago tayo sumugod sa gera. So Tutor Marky, direction natin dito ay choose the letter of the correct answers. So ililid tayo ni Tutor Marky and then let us try to see kung kaya nating hulaan. Tutor Marky?
Alright, so let's begin with the question number 1. So, where is the epicenter located in the illustration? So, is it letter A, 1, letter B, 2, letter C, 3, or letter D, 2 and 3? So, grade 8 learners, so comment your answer. So, letters only. So, write or type 1 and then your letter of your answer. So ayan, so may naghihintay po doon bago po tayo tumingin sa ating mga sagot. Hello po kay Ma'am Ninita Martin Tolentino. So ayan, from Ramon National High School. Hello po ma'am, and thank you for watching and for tuning in our online tutorial session. Aran, Tutor Z, according to Beverly Joyce Lungayan from Ramon National High School, it's letter B. Kay Enrico Tinapulad, letter C. Emmanuel Citarosa, letter B. Lara Cabonitalia, letter B. J. Norby De Jesus, letter B. Laika Galang Pagdanganan, letter B. As well as Jessica Pascual. Okay, si Ma'am Nenita Martin, 1 daw sagot niya. Okay, Kayla Makapagal Casas from Partida National High School, it's letter B. And
Alright. Alright, so let's reveal na. Babalikan namin kayo. Be very active pa rin. So the question is, where is the epicenter located? It's letter B. Doon sa tinuturo sa bandang itaas. Don't worry guys. Umpisa pa lang naman to. Di-discuss natin to mamaya. Alright? So number 2, Tutor Marky.
Okay, thank you very much po, Tutor C. Number 2 question. Okay, grade 8, be ready. What point on Earth's surface is directly above the focus? Above, nasa ibabaw. Is it letter A, epicenter? Letter B, focus? Letter C, intensity? Or letter D, magnitude? Okay, we're grade 8. We are now on number 2 question. So, comment. Hello, Enrico Tinapulad, kay Ann Tricia Valenzuela. So, ayan, comment lang po tayo ng comment. And do not forget to share our online tutorial session for this afternoon. Share lang po tayo ng share. At syempre, para mapanood din ng ating mga kaklase, kaibigan, kamag-anak itong online session. At syempre, para sila din ay matuto. So, Tutor C, sabi po dito ni Francine Panalangin, it's letter A. Kay Jane Morby De Jesus, it's letter B. Nenita, si Ma'am Nita Tolentino, letter A. Kay Jo Marie Magainon Sagun, it's letter A, sir. Kay Kathleya Soriano, it's letter A. All right, and most of them answered letter A. Tutor Z.
Before I pakita yung sagot, Jerly Maghari po watching from Catabadan Elementary School, San Miguel 1. Hello, Jerly. So, para sa ating sagot dito sa number 2, ito ay epicenter. So, focus sa baba, Tutor Marky. Ang eksaktong katapat niya sa taas ay epicenter. Ano ba sila? Later on, malalaman natin yan, Tutor Marky and grade 8.
Ayan.
Yes.
Number 3, Tutor Marky. Pa tayo, grade 8, no? Okay, di-discuss ni Tutor Z ang ating, ano ba yung, saan ba yung focus, saan ba yung epicenter. Alright, Tutor Z, move on, number 3. Okay, grade 8, we are now on number 3. Which of the following describes an active fault? So is it letter A, no earthquake occurs? Letter B, no record of earthquake? Letter C, expected to generate earthquake? or letter D, generates earthquake once in a million years?
Right.
Okay, grade 8, we are now on number 3. Ayan, comment lang po ng comment. Ayan.
Yes.
So,
Pasensya na kayo, nagpupunas Tutor Marky. Ang init-init dito. Okay.
So, ganyan po talaga, grade 8 kapag mga bagong gupit. Ayan, kanina may nakita akong nag-comment kanina. Ang popogi naman ng ating mga tutors, bagong gupit. Hindi ko lang alam, natandaan kung sino yung nag-comment na yun sa ating comment section. Ayan, maraming salamat po sa nag-appreciate na bagong gupit kay Tutor Z. Ayan, at nakapansin. And,
alright,
yes po, kay Stella Maris Lapus, letter C, Catlea Soriano, kay Simon Reyes from Partida National High School, it's letter C also. Samantha Galman Fajardo, it's letter C. Lea De Vera, kay Halen Rose de Guzman, kay Lara Cabonitalia, it's letter C, Tutor Z.
Alright, so for this one, Tutor Marky and everyone, ang sagot dito ay letter C. Pag active fault, syempre active, expected to generate earthquake. Alright, and fault, dun sa topic ni Tutor Marky yung last time. Pero, syempre, expand natin ngayon. Number 4, Tutor Marky.
Alright, for our number 4 question, what scale measures the magnitude or size of an earthquake? Is it letter A, Mercalli scale? Letter B, Richter scale? Letter C, spring scale? Or letter D, weighing scale?
Yes, meron tayong message dito, Tutor Marky, Jovain Lat. Grade 8, Daisy San Isidro Integrated National High School. Hello, Jovain. Sana makasama ka namin hanggang sa graduation mo.
Ayan. Okay, comment lang ng comment kayo mga grade 8 kasi malay mapili namin mapili kayo para maging tutor of the week. Ayan. So comment lang ng comment. Ayan, no.
Ang bilis mapuno ng mga messenger
na tutors, hindi ko mahabol. Okay. Do not forget, type the number and then the letter of your answer. Ayan,
Yes. Nakakita ko dito, Tutor Marky, Beverly Joyce Lungayan. Sabi niya letter B sa number 4. Enrico Tinapulad, letter B din. Lara Cabonitalia, letter B. Sino pa ba ang letter B? Laika Galang Pagdanganan, very familiar the name. Kayla Makapagalkasas, letter B. Tutor Marky, may nakikita ka pa ba?
Kay Christine Nicole de la Cruz, it's letter B. And kay Jalen Rose de Guzman, kay Ginger Alonzo, ayan. Kay Catlea Soriano, it's letter B. Tutor C?
Yes. So, ang sagot po dito na i-discuss natin mamaya ay Richter scale. So, Mercalli scale, Richter scale, kasali po yan mamaya, aalamin natin. And for our last question sa ating warm-up, Tutor Marky.
Alright, for our last question for our pre-test, what is referred to as a measure of the amount of energy released in an earthquake? Amount of energy released. Is it letter A, intensity, letter B, magnitude, letter C, stress, or letter D, tension?
Yes.
Okay. Ayan, May nabasa ko dito, bagong school. Ito, Ocampo National High School.
Wow.
Saan kaya itong Ocampo National High School na to? Okay, parang bagong ngayon ko lang nabasa. Ayan,
so,
kung saan
kayo naman na binabantayan ni Tutor Marky yung mga
may papel ako dito, sinusulat ko. Okay, padamihin pa po natin Ocampo National High School para at least mapili po namin ang school ninyo sa ating Chuty School of the Week. Ayan, meron din tayong Santa Cruz National High School pala. Ayan.
And kung papayag kayo, pag kinontak namin kayo ni Tutor Marky na gamitin yung inyong picture, makikita po sa ating screen ang inyong profile. Be proud. Eliza Nicole Sawal, sabi niya, Tutor Marky's letter A. Ganon din si Antrixia Valenzuela and Kayla Makapagalkasas.
Okay, meron din po kay Angel May Espilio. Okay, letter A din ang sagot. Kay Sarus Mamfood Reyes, is letter B naman yung kanya. Ayan, kay Ginger, ayan, nawala. Ang bilis. Okay.
Si Emmanuel Tarosa, letter A din. Hello, Emmanuel. Very active. And friends na kami ni Emmanuel sa Facebook. Nagulat ako.
Ayan. Ayos.
Okay. Yes. Alright, so reveal na ba natin, Tutor Marky?
Okay po. Let's reveal now the correct answer for question number 5.
And that is magnitude po. And like I said, hula-hula lang ito kasi warm up, i-discuss na natin, Tutor Marky.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, kaya meron pa palang isa. Siyempre sinusundan natin yung module eh. Alright, Tutor Marky, direction natin dito, class, identify and label in the numbers accordingly what are indicated in the figure by choosing the correct word from the box of options provided. Siguro, Tutor Marky, on this one kasi parang fill in the blanks to. Let's just pakita lang natin sa kanila, give them time to answer kung kaya nila, pero ipakita na rin natin agad ang sagot. Alright, so meron po tayong 1, 2, 3 at ang pagpipilian natin ay 4, intensity, fault, focus, and epicenter. Ngayon, check ko muna, baka mamaya pag pinindot ko, makita na agad ang sagot.
Ingat-ingat.
Yes, ingat-ingat lang. Alright.
Ayan, no, may pagano.
Gaano katagal ang ating hintayin? Mga 10 seconds?
Alright, sige. Okay, 1, 2, 3 na po ba, Tutor Z, ang ating sasagutan or 1 muna
yes,
po? Ayan.
Yes, yung may number lang, Tutor Marky, and grade 8 doon sa drawing.
Okay, ayan o, may nagsagot na agad. Okay, hello po kay Ma'am Nenita Martin Tolentino, and I'm sure na siya ay grade 8 teacher po na talagang pinapanood ang kanyang mga students sa ating Utulay at nakikipag-participate din po. Ayan, according po kay Ma'am Nenita, 1 is fault line, number 2 is epicenter, number 3 is focus. From Beverly Longuyan, number 3 is focus, number 2 is epicenter. Kay Tricia Valenzuela, number 1 is fault. Okay, from Jo Marie Isagun, 1 is fault, 2 is epicenter, and 3 is focus. Kay Lea De Vera, number 1 fault. Ayan.
Yes. Alright. So, pakita natin, Tutor Marky, and later on, ay babalikan natin ang mga comments. Number 1, Tutor Marky, nakikita natin sa taas is fault. Yun actually yung diniscuss mo, yung biyak doon sa taas. Number 2 class is yung kanina nga epicenter, and number 3 ay yung focus. And tulad ng sabi ko, ano ba sila? So i-discuss na natin. Simulan ko na, Tutor Marky.
Yes po, Tutor Z.
Yes. Okay, class, mahaba ito nakalagay sa screen pero background lang ito ng diniscuss ni Tutor Marky na ang earthquake ay yung pagyanig ng lupa, no, Tutor Marky? Shaking of the surface of the earth resulting from the sudden release of energy. So last week class, ang diniscuss ni Tutor Marky ay yung naging epekto physically. So ngayon ay pag-aaralan natin yung release of energy naman in the Earth's lithosphere. The energy will eventually be released once the fault overcomes the friction movement. Anong ibig sabihin nun, class? Bakit sabi niya, the energy will be eventually released once the fault overcomes the friction? Ang ibig sabihin po nun ay kumilos na siya. Binitawan niya, kaya naka-release yung energy. Kaya nga lang, yung nga lang Tutor Marky in grade 8, nagkaroon ng fault na movement. Kasi nga, nag-react si fault. So, kung may magtatanong class and Tutor Marky, ano yung lithosphere ba, sir? Bilanggit mo kanina kung ano yung lithosphere, Tutor Z, sabi mo nyo. Ang lithosphere class, kung napag-aralan nyo na yung layers of the earth, di ba? Yung crust mantle, di ba, Tutor Marky, no? Ang lithosphere ay yung crust at saka yung ibabaw ng mantle. Okay? Hindi yung buong mantle, yung ibabaw na part lang kung saan nakakabit yung crust. So, Tutor Marky, pakibasa nga ito.
Alright. For the lithosphere, so grade 8, lithosphere is composed of the crust layer and the upper portion of the mantle. Ayan. So, kumbaga, nasa correct. Tayo? Layer by layer. Tama ba, Tutor Z?
That's correct. And Tutor Marky in grade 8, not the entire mantle, yung upper portion lang. Okay? And the crust. And yung fault, Tutor Marky, tulad ng diniscuss ni Tutor Marky last time, is a weak point in the tectonic or lithospheric. Parehas lang po yun, where the pressure inside the crust is released. Roxanne Gamboa, good afternoon po. Good afternoon din Roxanne Gamboa. Pasok ka lang, Tutor Marky, baka meron okay tayong ano eh.
So sabi po dito ni Stella Maris Lapus, ito may input din siya. Lithosphere is the rigid outmost shell of the terrestrial type planet or natural satellite. Kumbaga, Tutor Z, sa itlog, di ba kapag nilagang itlog, yung shell, yung po yung nagsisilbing lithosphere. Imagine natin grade 8, yung egg, yung hard-boiled egg, yung matigas na part, yun yung lithosphere na binabag ni Tutor Z kanina.
Yes, and sabi ni Emmanuel Tarosa, Tutor Marky, lithosphere is the solid outer part of the earth. Very good, Marky. Yeah, Emmanuel. All right, factors involved or present in an earthquake. Ito na, Tutor Marky, talaga yung pag-aaralan natin. Yung nakuha natin dun sa ating yung goal kanina. So we will be studying about Tutor Marky yung focus and epicenter. Also, magnitude and intensity. So madali lang, di ba? Kaya lang, para dagdag kaalaman lang, ay kasama na rin yung 2 types of faults. Di ko lang alam kung makokonekta natin. Pero dapat connected. Yes. Yun. Tutor Marky, yung faults mo kasi yung physical na kaanyuan, di ba?
Yes po.
Ito naman ay yung aktibo ba o hindi aktibo. Okay, so simulan na muna natin po grade 8 doon sa dalawa, focus and epicenter. Alright, kung mapapansin nyo, Tutor Marky in grade 8, ginupo ko, di ba? Si focus and epicenter magkasama, si intensity at saka si magnitude magkasama din. That's because si focus at saka si epicenter, ang ini-indicate nila, Tutor Marky, lokasyon. Iba ang ini-indicate ng dalawa kanina. Again, class focus, epicenter, pag sila ang tinutukoy sa earthquake, lokasyon ang ating pinag-uusapan. Ano nga ba yung focus, Tutor Marky?
Okay, so according to this, so focus is the area inside the earth where an earthquake starts. So dito nag-start yung earthquake. Yes. So and also known as the focal point. Ayan. So ito rin yung binanggit Tutor Z ni Francine De Leon Panalangin na meaning po ng focus. And also meron ditong input Tutor Z si Stella Maris Lapus. Many factors influence the strength of the earthquake, shaking at the site including the earthquake's magnitude, the site's proximity to the fault, and the local geology and the soil type. Ayan, no? Gagaling naman ang ating mga grade 8 learners.
Si Kayla Makapagal-Casas din. The focus is the place inside the Earth's crust where an earthquake originates. That is correct, Nasaan na? Kayla. Alright, so going back, Tutor Marky, tama nga kayo. Class, tama kayo. Tama tayo. Mana tayo sa isa't isa. Okay, ang focus ay kung saan nasa ilalim siya ng lupa at doon actually nanggaling yung initial quake, yung initial movement. Diba? So, tinatawag din siyang focal point, pero yung focus na lang ang tandaan natin. So, how about yung epicenter? Location din yun, Tutor Marky?
Okay, so for the epicenter, it is the point on the Earth's surface directly above the focus. Yun. So, ibig sabihin, Tutor C, directly sila, pero magkaisang linya lang, pero si epicenter nasa ibabaw ni focus.
That is correct. Because Tutor Marky and grade 8, kumbaga, si focus ang nagbigay, tapos si epicenter ang naapektuhan. Si focus yung nagganon, tapos syempre kung sino yung katapat niya sa taas, si epicenter, siya yung naapektuhan. Alright? So sana natatandaan natin location to guys Focus, pinagmulan, nasa ilalim. Epicenter, nasa ibabaw, katapat ni focus. Alright? So Tutor Marky, ito yung illustration natin class na illustration lang naman kasi sabi ko nga, party-party lang naman, madali lang naman ito pag masaya tayong nag-aaral. Kung papansin niyo, ito yung Earth's surface, Tutor Marky. And then, this is the fault line na diniscuss ni Tutor Marky last time. Yung umangat ba, bumaba, naggilid, yung ganon. And then, yung focus ay ito, Tutor Marky, kung saan nanggaling yung pwersa, si focus. At dahil nandyan yan, syempre, apektado itong nasa taas, which is epicenter. Yes, that is correct. Let's move on dun sa dalawa naman epicenter focus madali lang, di ba? And from here, alam na natin ito. Let us meron pa palang dagdag sa epicenter. Alright, Tutor Marky.
Ayan. So, in addition po, so epicenter, during an earthquake, the strongest shaking occurs at the epicenter. Kasi nga po, ang epicenter, matagpuan siya sa ibabaw. Kasi ang focus nasa ilalim. So, kaya mas ramdam natin yung pag-shake sa ibabaw. And also, it is sometimes the ground breaks along the fault. Ayan, no?
That is correct. That is correct. At alam ko, meron pa dito. Yun. Tingnan ko nga kung may kasama pa. Alright, dito naman Tutor Marky in grade 8. Ang sinasabi niya dito, if two earthquakes of equal strength, pantay na lakas originate from the same epicenter, parehas ang lokasyon, the one with the shallower focus causes more destruction. Sino ba si focus, Tutor Marky in grade 8? Yung pinanggalingan sa ilalim ng earthquake. So pag may dalawa daw na focus sa isang epicenter, kung sino yung pinakamalapit sa surface, Tutor Marky, yun yung magkukos ng mas malakas na epekto sa ibabaw. 'Di ba? Kasi nga Tutor Marky in grade 8, energy yan eh, nagta-travel. So kung masyadong malalim si focus, syempre malakas yan sa una pero unti-unti humihina. Kaya kung malayo siya, pahina ng pahina hanggang surface. Pero kung malapit siya sa surface, yung unang mga lakas niya, ang lapit-lapit lang. Kaya mas malakas mas mababaw ang focus.
And ibig sabihin po, Tutor C, the more na mas malapit sa ibabaw, mas lakas. The more na mas malayo, mas konti lang yung nararamdaman nating pag-shake.
That is correct, Tutor Marky. Although parehas siya ng lakas, pero dahil dun sa travel, distance sa trinavel, nabawasan na yung mas malalim. Kasi ang layo na nilakbay niya. And how about the second bullet, Tutor Marky?
Ayan, so according to this epicenter, kay seismic wave from a deep focus earthquake lose more of their energy as they travel upward. Ito yung kaninang binabanggit po ni Tutor C. And siguro ito din yung sabi ni Jo Marie Magaynon Sagon, the nearer to the epicenter, the greater the earthquake. So according to Daisy De La Cruz, the active fault is likely to become the source of another.
Yes,
ayan,
that is correct. Okay, yung sinabi yung Danires, sabi niya, yung comment. Sa surface naman yung Tutor Marky. Yung kunwari ito epicenter, kung mas malapit ka doon, mas mararamdaman mo. Pero itong binasa namin Tutor Marky, yung sa ilalim, yung distance ng focus papunta sa epicenter. Okay? Nasaan na ba yung arrow ko? Alright, so from focus or an epicenter, tingnan nga natin, ayun, lumipat na tayo sa magnitude, Tutor Marky, in intensity. Kanina, Tutor Marky, grade 8. Kung sino mo nauna, baka mauuna si Tutor Marky. Anong ba yung dahilan kung bakit magkasama si focus and epicenter? Dahil Tutor Marky, naalala mo ba?
Dahil sila po ba yung magkalapit?
Hindi, di ba? Itong magnitude intensity, magkagrupo. Si focus and epicenter, magkagrupo. Bakit magkagrupo ulit si focus and epicenter? Because both of them represents
the effect.
Location.
The location.
Yes, location. Sana inunahan nyo na si Tutor Marky na late.
Ayan, okay. Location sabi ni Katleya Soriano. Ayun, no?
Saya ko naman, may nakaalala.
Ayan.
Siyempre, masaya kami pag naalala nyo pong tinuturuan. Nadine Domingo Manabat, location, very good. Eto naman, bakit kaya sila magkasama sa grupo? Can anyone guess?
Ayan, so tanong natin sa ating mga ka-grade 8. So bakit kaya magkasama si magnitude saka si intensity? Bakit hindi si magnitude saka si focus? Si intensity saka si epicenter? Pero ngayon, bakit ang mag-partner ay si magnitude saka si intensity? Ano sa tingin nyo? Grade 8. Kaninang sabi nyo, location po, Tutor Z and Tutor Marky, kaya magkasama po si focus saka si epicenter. So ngayon naman, bakit naman magkasama si magnitude saka si intensity?
Kita ko actually sa mga nila, sabi ni Francine De Leon Panalangin, magnitude of an earthquake is measured. Quote unquote, measured. Yun yung keyword Tutor Marky ng clue. Ipakita na natin excite na ako. Siyempre, walang tama. Yun, strength. Yun,
Christopher Andre Christopher. Ayan, no?
Yes. Ano, Tutor Marky, bakit sila magkagrupo? Si magnitude and intensity based on this one.
Okay, they both represent energy with different characteristics. Ayan, no?
Yes.
Ayan.
Yung focus
so may binigay si
Tutor
Princess
Marky,
Garcia. Meron pang power.
Yun. Tama rin naman yan. Kasi nga, ano naman to walang tamang eksaktong sagot basta related. Alright, tama. Focus and epicenter, tungkol yun kung saan sila. Magnitude and intensity, tungkol naman ito sa lakas. Yung isa ay lakas doon, yung isa ay lakas doon. Sino naman sila? Alright, so let's go to magnitude, Tutor Marky. Yan. Tutor Marky?
Ayan. So magnitude, it measures the energy being released from the focus. Ayan. From the focus. It measures the energy. Ayan. Tama ba, Tutor C? And also, ang magnitude ay meron tayong instrument na nag-measure ng magnitude, and that is what we call the seismograph. Okay? So, from that, Tutor C, we have a Richter scale. It measures the seismic energy released by the earthquake. So, yung magnitude yung tinatawag doon.
That's correct. Very good, very good. Nakakatuwa. Seismograph, Tutor Marky, and everyone. Seismograph. Bakit may seismograph, Tutor Marky? Seismograph and Richter scale. Yung seismograph or seismograph class, yun yung mismong instrumento, Tutor Marky. Yung machine. Kumbaga sa printer, yung buong printer. Yung Richter scale naman, Tutor Marky in grade 8, yun yung gumaganyan. Yung sumusulat.
Okay. Parang lifeline, Tutor Z.
Yung lifeline. So, yung mismong makina, seismograph or seismograph, tapos yung gumaganyan, yun yung sinusukat na Richter scale. Okay? Alright, tandaan nyo yan kasi nandiyan sa module niyan. Yan, kodigo na. Ito yung seismograph, Tutor Marky, or seismograph, kung paano nyo i-pronounce. Okay, nasaan na yung arrow ko? At ito naman yung Richter scale. Yan may idea na kayo So kung makita nyo yung ganon, yun yung Richter scale. Pero yung mismong makina, yung seismograph. Alright, punta naman tayo sa intensity, Tutor Marky.
Okay, from this, intensity is the strength of the trembling made by the earthquake at a place or on the surface. Trembling, ano ibig sabihin ng Tutor Z? Strength of the trembling. Ayan, panginginig. And also, intensity is the measurement of the damage on the surface caused by the earthquake. Ayun, no?
Yes. Saan, Tutor Marky, ulit? Measurement of the damage
on the surface.
Yun.
Caused by the
magnitude kanina, saan? Si magnitude kanina, saan?
Sa ilalim ba, Tutor Z?
Yes, sa ilalim.
Okay, intensity sa ibabaw, surface.
Yes. May nakita ako dito yung sabi niya parehas daw yung tama naman. Ayun, Melinda Espino Manyo, magnitude same with intensity depends on the location. Tama naman yun, tama yun. Kasi yung term naman talaga is applicable on both ends. Kaya lang kasi pagdating doon sa mismong for example yung department na nagbabantay ng earthquake, ginagamit kasi nila specific. So pag magnitude, yun nasa ilalim. Yung intensity, yun nasa ibabaw. Para madaling ma-gets kung saan, Tutor Marky.
Okay po. Thank you very much po, Ma'am Melinda Espino Manyo. Ayan.
Yes. Mercalli scale is measures the intensity of an earthquake or amount of damage caused by it. The intensity varies depending on where you are from the epicenter. Ito yung nabasa mo kanina, Tutor Marky. Yung pag mas malapit ka daw sa epicenter, mas malakas. Ito yon. The intensity varies depending on where you are from the epicenter. Mercalli scale yun Bigyan natin ng illustration, Tutor Marky, para mas madaling ma-imagine. Okay? So, ito po yung magnitude, Tutor Marky in grade 8, yung parang yung lakas na binigay ni Focus. Okay? Tapos, syempre pag nagbigay siya ng lakas, magkakaroon ng epekto sa surface. Di ba? At ang epektong yon sa Earth's surface ay intensity. Parehas yan po, tama si Ma'am Melinda kanina, parehas yan. Kaya lang we need to be specific kasi pag gumagawa sila ng report pagdating sa earthquake. And pagdating naman sa pagme-measure, si magnitude, Tutor Marky in grade 8 ay mini-measure ng Richter scale. Okay? Nasa module to, sa question. Intensity ay mini-measure ng Mercalli scale. Alright? Nag-gets what, Tutor Marky?
Naman ako. Ayun, magkaiba. Akala ko kasi Tutor Z nung una, isang scale lang, intensity tsaka si magnitude. Ngayon, alam na natin grade 8 sabay-sabay na magkaiba sila ng scale. Kapag Richter scale, magnitude, Mercalli scale, intensity. Ayan.
Yes. And tulad nga ng sabi ko, in general, pwede po silang magnitude, or intensity. Kaya lang, we need to be specific. Okay? Para pag sinabi mong magnitude, ilalim lang yun. And intensity sa ibabaw. Okay. Right. Meron ba tayong masishare dito from our Wala. May modified Mercalli intensity. Yun, si Stella Maris Lapus. Yan. Ang tatalino nyo naman.
Ayan. Okay, thank you very much, Stella. Ayan.
Okay. Eto na, magnitude intensity. Nasa last part na tayo and mukhang kakasya sa oras, Tutor Marky.
Alright.
Two types of faults. We have active faults and inactive faults. Kahit wala pa po tayong definition grade 8 and Tutor Marky, alam na natin ito. Parang volcano ito Pag active volcano, pumuputok. Pag inactive, tulog na. So, ganyan yung active faults, inactive faults. So, Tutor Marky?
Okay, so from these two type of faults, we have here the active faults. Okay, when we talk about active faults, grade 8, these faults are areas along which displacement is expected to occur. And also, these are considered geographical hazards. Ayan, Tutor Z. So ano po
Yes.
ibig sabihin ng ng geographical hazards?
Yes. When you say geographical, basta geo, Tutor Marky, ang nire-represent dito ay ground. Geo, ground. So pag sinabing geographical hazard, geographical, lokasyon sa ground na hazardous. Kaya kung mapapansin nyo guys, di ba kapag merong yung fault, yung sinasabi mo noon, Tutor Marky, last week, na kapag medyo delikado tulad ng lindol-lindol, yung big, ano ba yung yung nabalita noon na parang malakihang lindol,
The
Tutor
big
Marky?
one. Ayan,
the big one, di ba? Ang ginawa nila noon ay pinalilikas yung mga nandun sa mga fault. Kasi yun ay geographical hazard, delikado yung lugar na yun. Pag bumuka yun o gumalaw yun, Mete, sabi nga sa Pampangan.
The big one and the big two and the big three.
That's correct. Wag na ng big one. Big natin na, big natin.
Okay, ganda na tayo sa big one.
Inactive faults, Tutor Marky?
Ayan, for the inactive faults, ayan. So these are the faults or areas which can be identified but which do not have occurrence of earthquake. Yes. So ibig sabihin wala masyadong gaanong earthquake kasi kumbaga natutulog Tutor Z yung fault na yon.
That's correct. Grade 8 and Tutor Marky, tama si Tutor Marky na may fault doon pero walang record, siguro hundreds or decades walang recorded earthquake na nangyari doon. Yun ang mga inactive faults. Ang bilis, ang gagaling kasi ng ating mga students, ang haba ng mga comments. Jalen Rose de Guzman, active faults are structure along which we expect displacement to occur. Very good, Jalen. Tama nga. Sa somewhere na ini-expect natin baka magkaroon ng displacement. Meron ka pa dyan, Tutor Marky?
Ay, meron po dito, sabi po ni Ma'am Melinda Manyo, bago bumili ng lupa, i-check or i-consider the geographical hazard. Ayan, very good kay Ma'am Melinda. Thank you very much po for inserting some information sa ating mga grade 8. Thank you very much, ma'am. Tama naman yun, Tutor Z, di ba? So hindi lang naman tayo bili ng lupa. Kailangan ito ba ay nasa ibabaw ba ng fault line? Kapag madalas ba lumindol dito? Ayan.
So maganda din Tutor Marky sa sa what can I do? Doon sa last part ng module. What can I do?
Tama. Ayan.
Yes. Okay, so babalikan natin yung mga comments na yun mamaya. Tutor Marky and backstage. Nandito na po tayo sa What's More, which is, not sure nga lang kung ito lang yung activity natin, ha? Alright, so participation ng ating mga candidates for Tutor of the Week. Tutor Marky, do the honors for 1, 2, 3.
Ayan, for our what's more, so the directions is match the definitions under column A with the correct term from under column B. So column A, column B. So for our question number 1 or statement number 1, it is the point on the ground directly above the focus. Yes. Okay, so tignan muna po ba natin Tutor C or ano natin? So ayan.
Chinek ko Tutor Marky, mukhang diretso.
Okay, so, diretso. Okay.
Yes.
So, for number 2, ayan, diretso daw tayo, grade 8 ha. So, 1, 2, 3, agad ang sagot natin. For number 2, it is the weak point in the tectonic plate where pressure which the crust is released. Okay? For number 3, it is the point where the earthquake originates. Ayan. Yes. So, 1, 2, 3 na po ang sagot natin. So, dito tayo mamimili sa column B. Letter A, fault. Letter B, focus. Letter C, epicenter, letter D, magnitude. So 1, 2, 3 na po ang sagot natin, grade 8 para. Ayan, according to Beverdine Joyce Lungayan, 1C, number 2 niya is letter A, and number 3 niya is letter B. Okay.
Yes. Nakikita ko dito, Emmanuel Cita Rosa, 1C, kaya lang di ako sure kung ito na yun. Marikina Valley. May insert lang ako habang naghihintay tayo, Tutor Marky, bantayan mo baka kumpleto na yung sagot. Francine De Leon Panalangin, nag-insert siya ng dagdag kaalaman para sa ating lahat. Marikina Valley Fault is the most dangerous fault in the Philippines. Thank you so much, Francine De Leon
Panalangin. Okay, meron din po dito, Sir Tutor Z, kay Ma'am Mary Ann Jimenez. So, nabagit niya kanina yung West Valley Fault. Ayan. Thank you very much, Ma'am Mary Ann. And I know from Partida National High School si Ma'am Mary Ann. Ayan.
Yes. Nabasa mo ba itong kay Beverly Joyce Lungayan, Tutor Marky, yung 1, 2, and 3?
Apo, nabasa ko na po siya. Kay Ronald Tabios, kay 1 niya, letter C, number 2, letter A, number 3 niya is letter B.
Yes. And last one, Kira Kilit, Von, 1C, 2A, 3B. Alright, so ano nga ba ang tamang sagot dito? Yan, CAB. It is the point on the ground directly above the focus. Siyempre, yung epicenter, Tutor Marky. Focus, ayan. Epicenter, location, magnitude, intensity, energy. Ganun lang naman yung trick dyan. It is the weak point on the tectonic plate where pressure with the crust is released. Letter A, fault, yung kay Tutor Marky na topic. It is the point where the earthquake originates. Letter B, focus. Very good.
Ayan, very good. Congrats sa ating mga grade 8. Ang galing.
Eto, Tutor Marky, medyo mahihirapan tayo sa online kasi maliit itong graph natin. But it says here, gawin nyo na lang po sa inyong module or learning activity sheets. I-guide na lang namin kayo ni Tutor Marky dito. Although makikita rin naman nila yung sagot sa ibang question. Okay? Direction, Tutor Marky in grade 8, study the table about Richter magnitude and answer the following question. So, class and Tutor Marky, ito ay table na may magnitude. Yung description niya, yung micro, minor, light, at saka yung epekto. I'll gonna show Tutor Marky the questions. Okay? Do the honors. Tapos habang ginagawa mo, chichikin ko kung diretso ito.
Okay po. Alright, for our question number 1. So what is the lowest magnitude of an earthquake? That is for question number 1. For question number 2, what is the description of magnitude 5.0 to 5.9 earthquake?
Yes. Napansin ko, Tutor Marky, hindi naman. So, number 1 pa muna yung sagot.
Okay, for number 1 muna po tayo, grade 8. So, what is the lowest magnitude of an earthquake? The lowest. Okay, based on our table presented. Ayan, ano kaya ang pinaka-lowest? Tutor Z, ang sagot po ba dito ay description?
Lowest, no, magnitude. Lowest magnitude po kasi, grade 8, okay, lowest magnitude ang tinatanong. So, magnitude.
Okay, so,
yun.
Ayan, number ang ilalagay nila. Okay, for number 1.
Tricia Grace Dizon.
Ayan, so meron din si Beverly Joyce Lungayan, as well as Catlea Soriano. Hello, yes. Kay Vincent Andre Mirabel. Okay.
Nakita na ba natin, Tutor Marky?
Alright, so let's see, yes. Tutor Z.
Okay, ang tamang sagot dito, magnitude po ang hinahanap natin grade 8 ay less than 2.0. How about number 2, Tutor Marky, in grade 8?
Okay, for number 2 question, what is the description? Ayan, description of the magnitude 5 to 5.9 earthquake. So, doon tayo titingin sa pangalawang column, grade 8.
Yes,
alin kaya yung may magnitude na 5 to 5.9? So, according to Stella Maris Lapus, it's micro. According to Emmanuel Tarosa, moderate po, sir. Kay Angel May Espino, kay moderate, sir. Kay Rayben Manuel, moderate. Kay Charles Ganoy, moderate.
Yes. And Jalen Rosie Guzman, Catlea Soriano. Alright, tingnan natin kung ano ang tamang sagot. Moderate, of course.
Ayan, very good.
Tutor Marky, kung hindi man ito lahat yung question sa module, at least nabigyan natin sila ng gabay. So, madali na lang sagutan yung mga susunod. Tingnan nga natin kung ano pa yung nandito. Meron pa. Sorry, backstage. Direction, what I have learned. Tutor Marky in grade 8, fill in the blanks with the correct term to complete the statements. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. Isa-isa. Tutor Marky?
Okay, for number 1. So, blank is the sudden movement of Earth's crust at a fault line. So, what is your answer, grade 8? Blank is the sudden movement of Earth's crust at a fault line. Okay. Ayan, earthquake. Napindot ni Tutor Z. Okay. Let's move on to number 2. Blank is the point where an earthquake begins. Okay, number 2 na tayo. Blank is the point where an earthquake begins.
Beverly Joyce Lungan, very good, earthquake. Ito naman, where? So, lokasyon.
Ayan. Emmanuel Tarosa, number 1, earthquake din ang sagot niya. Okay. Okay, dito tayo sa what I have learned. Okay, ayon, Beverly ano ito? Lungayan. Focus ang sagot niya.
Alright, Beverly. Okay, pakita na natin, Tutor Marky.
Okay po.
Lea De Vera, tingnan nga natin kung tama ka. Focus. That is correct.
Very
David
good.
Charles Castillo, focus.
All right, for
And
number 3. Okay, an earthquake's most intense shaking is often felt near the blank.
Yun.
An earthquake's most intense shaking is often felt near the blank. Okay?
Mas malakas ang earthquake na nararamdaman kadalasan malapit sa blank.
Okay, number 3. Number 3 na po tayo.
Number 3 tayo.
Number 3. Ayan, comment lang ng comment. Share natin itong, ayan, number 3. Emmanuel Tarosa, Epicenter. Beverly Joyce Lungayan, Epicenter.
And the correct answer is Epicenter.
Okay, very good.
Guys. Ang tanong dito ay, 4 to 5. Last 2 questions, guys.
Last 2 questions. Okay, number 4. Blank fault is one that has moved in the past and is expected to move again. Okay, number 4 question, grade 8.
Nadine Domingo Manabat, Epicenter po tutors. Very good sa number 3. Number 4 na po tayo.
Okay, number 4 na, grade 8. Ayan na, ayan.
Types of fault po ito, types of fault. Hindi yung faults ni Tutor Marky sa discussion. Yung dalawa lang kanina. And we're going, yung Beverly Joyce Lungayan, active. Jalen Rose de Guzman, active. How about your end, Tutor Marky?
Ayan, Emmanuel Tarosa, active. Okay. Si Francine De Leon, Panalangin, active din.
Yes.
Alright.
Makita na natin, Tutor Marky.
Sige po.
Leia De Vera, active number 4. That is correct, Leia De Vera. Very good. David Charles Castillo, very good then. And for the last question, Tutor Marky.
Okay, number 5. Blank fault is a structure that can be identified but which does not have earthquakes.
Yun. Robert Canilang, active po sa kanina. Very good. Ito naman, class, does not have an earthquake. It's a type of fault. Ay, syempre, madali na yan. Dadalawa lang naman pagpipilian.
Ayun.
Emmanuel Tarosa, inactive. Very good. Very good. Agad, wala pa nga yung tamang sagot. Okay.
Number 5. Ayan. Samantha Fajardo.
Yes.
Okay, number 5. Raven Manuel, inactive.
Yes. So the correct answer, Tutor Marky, Jalen Rose de Guzman, inactive. Sabi niya, you are correct, inactive. All right.
Ayan. Very good.
Tutor Marky, ano masasabi mo?
Ayan, talagang madaling-madali sa talagang natutunan po nila, Tutor C, ang topic natin. Kasi talagang, kumbaga, isang ratsada ang ating comment section ngayon at talagang alam na alam po nila yung mga isasagot.
Yes,
alright.
And nabigla ako, Tutor Marky, na may assessment pa, pero siguro we gonna go straight na lang, guys, sa ating end. Ang mahalaga naman dito, Tutor Marky, ay na-gets nila yung ating main idea. 4 lang naman yung, Tutor Marky, or 6. Focus, epicenter, magnitude, intensity, at yung dalawang uri ng fault, which is active and inactive. Okay? So, dadaanan ko na lang to.
Ayan. So habang dinadaanan ni Tutor C, i-comment nyo po kung anong school po kayo, kung saang school po kayo para pag pag review po namin ni Tutor Z itong video is malalaman po namin kung ano bang mga schools yung mga lagi nakikipag-participate sa ating online tutorial. Ayan, Tutor Z.
Yes, all right. So I guess we're done, Tutor Marky, with this one. And next week po, Tutor Marky will be discussing sa atin ang earthquake waves. Tama po ba yun, Tutor Marky?
Yes, Tutor Z. Mga waves ang ating pag-uusapan next week. Ayan.
And thank you so much, guys, for comments and suggestions. Email us at edtech@deped.gov.ph. And you can also add us sa Facebook, katulad ni Manuel Tarosa. Hello. This is Tutor Z from SDO Tarlac Province. And together with...
I am Tutor Marky from SDO Bulacan. Lagi pong nating tandaan sa Agham, ikaw ang bida. Tutor Z?
Yes. Up next, we have Science 9 with Tutor Kevin, SDO Calambas City, and Tutor Bandong, SDO Malabon. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. We love you. Class dismissed.
Share.